When Anakin finally turned to the dark side when he was trying to teach Ahsoka a lesson, it was mainly because he was showing her the balance that he is, the chosen one, showing her the light side approach first and then the dark side approach as Vader. And I feel like this was, of course, really important for her overall character development and for the lesson as a whole. However, one thing that a lot of people are talking about, and I see a lot in my DMs on Instagram, if you're not following me there, go do it. We're at 321,000 followers and rising. So Star Wars Theory on Instagram. Essentially, what a lot of people are saying, I saw this in the watch party too, is that Anakin's eyes were not Sith yellow or orange. Rather, they were like red, blood red. And so a lot of people are saying that this was the sun, because the son had red eyes. He didn't have Sith yellow, like Palpatine or, Anakin even in Revenge of the Sith. What I say to this is just Disney perhaps overlooking, or Dave maybe overlooking, or, the costume department, whatever it might be, overlooking the fact that Hayden had different colored contact lenses in Revenge of the Sith, and they've now given him some, over-the-top, super blood red, because they think it'll really show that he's evil and angry. But, as we know as Star Wars fans, we kind of recognize a more golden color, more yellow, orangey aura in the eyes. So I think this is just an oversight. I don't think it's really meaning that, anything indicative of the sun. I think if it was the sun, then what would have happened was we would have had him trying to really push Ahsoka to the dark side. We wouldn't have had him trying to play the light side version first and then the dark side version to see where she lands. I think it would have been all deceit, deception. He would have been saying the perfect things to make her use her anger and her hatred for herself for leaving the Jedi and abandoning Anakin, and her hatred for Anakin for turning into Darth Vader and, destroying the entire galaxy with Order 66. So I don't think it's the sun anymore. I think this was indeed Anakin. Another reason I think it was Anakin was because of the fact that she says, "I won't fight you." And Luke said this to Vader, "I won't fight you, Father." And Anakin said here, "I've heard that one before." And of course, he was referring to Luke and Vader, which, was the most recent time that Anakin was alive. So how would the son know about that? Of course, he's a god. He's all-knowing, but I don't think he would throw that line in there, right? So another part that I want to discuss is how he didn't know about the Siege of Mandalore, because he wasn't there. So he walked in with Ahsoka and he's looking around. He's like, "I don't know this battle." And she's like, "Yeah, you weren't here. We parted ways." And so when they parted ways, he was actually fighting Dooku on the Invisible Hand ship. And that was at the very beginning of Revenge of the Sith. So for those reasons entirely, I don't think it was the son. Now, I was pretty sure that it would have been him because there was that ominous, Vader music, the fact that he had his lightsaber, the fact that he had his glove. I'm thinking, well, why does a ghost or someone who's dead, who doesn't have to wield a lightsaber anymore, doesn't have a mechanical hand anymore, is now carrying that with him in the Force? And I think the answer to that is simply because that is the last way that Ahsoka remembers him. And so that's how he's appearing to her. He could appear as old Anakin. He could appear as Anakin without the hand, entirely, or Anakin, burnt Anakin, however he wants. This is from the canon novel. From a certain point of view, they can appear however they wish. However, of course, we know those books kind of are disregarded when it comes to Dave, wanting to do what he wants to do. So, I like that. I think a lot of the books kind of change up a lot of stuff that we don't need to. So for those reasons, particularly, I don't think it was the son at all. I think it was actually Anakin, and I think he was trying to really teach his apprentice one final lesson, or, one lesson of many more to come, perhaps. So I really hope that we're going to get to see much more of this. I hope we're going to see more lessons with Annie and Ahsoka. And I don't think his time is up. I think, when he left, he said, "Perhaps there's hope for you yet." And I think that we're going to see many more of these lessons. As we heard in the trailer, he said a bunch of lines about this next battle not being with battle droids, and that she's not going to have to fight battle droids forever, or something along those lines. So where's that line? I think we're going to have to see it at the end of the show, or perhaps in the next few episodes. So that would be nice to see. I'd also like to see how he confronts his son in certain training sessions or whatnot. What did they talk about? What did they go through? So that's definitely something I want to see. But as for him being the son, I don't think so. I don't think Anakin had blood red Sith eyes because he was the son. I think he just had blood red Sith eyes because the costume department thought that looked better than George Lucas's orange, gold, yellow Sith eyes that he had. So if we put both of the images on screen, we have the one from the Ahsoka show, we have the one from Revenge of the Sith, and we can see quite the difference in the eyes. And so I think it's totally reasonable for you guys to be wondering. However, I think this was just like a costume department mix-up, or perhaps whatever Dave Filoni wanted for that episode. Some really dark blood red. Maybe it's symbolizing that Anakin is so deep into the dark side that he's able to control himself and bring himself out of it now. I don't really know. I just think it's a costume thing. I don't think anything really of it all that much. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. May the Force be with you always. Check me out on Instagram at Star Wars Theory, on Twitter at Real SW Theory. It's my new Twitter, so I got rid of the old one at like 160,000 followers and then got this one now. So go check that one out, maybe get it back to its regular following, as well as check me out on Spotify and iTunes at Star Wars Theory for the podcast every single day. And check me out on my merch, which you can find linked down below. There's a 20% off code. You guys can grab anything you want on the site for 20% off right now, as well as check out my other channels, Strength Theory, Harry Potter Theory, Cobra Kai Theory, Theories Arcade, and my personal favorite, Theory Talks, where we talk about a whole bunch of different stuff, you know, relationships, OCD, psychology, breakups, whatever it might be, whatever you want to talk about. YouTube, building channels, personal stuff, whatever you guys want. We talk on that channel, and it's a really nice community. I really enjoy my time there when I stream every night around 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 Eastern. So that's my plug for the channels and the merch and my socials. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys will join me on the other channels, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always. Before you guys head out, make sure to check out the merch shop if there's anything that you want to grab to support the channel. Vader Episode 2 is ramping up quite a bit now, and with that I have to pay a lot of the VFX artists that are working on the project. And a great way to do that is if you help me by supporting the merch shop. So go to the link down below, use Theory at checkout, and get yourself 10% off anything you like. Hats, mugs, shorts, slides, sweaters, long sleeves, t-shirts, and even pins. Also, make sure you stay tuned for the Black Friday sale coming just in a couple months. That was the biggest sale of the year last year, and I definitely want to make something real special for you guys once again. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.